a key battle here is the two English forwards, who's going to be looking to prove in the last 10 games, really. They've had a great international break with England. Let's start with Anthony Gordon first and foremost. And when you look at the numbers, obviously Bowen has scored more goals for Gordon, but Gordon has provided more assists. Two similar profile players, but a deserved call-up for Anthony Gordon in England.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been spectacular for us this season. We mentioned the up and down nature of our season. He's been the one consistent. You know, he's been, you know, available, and his energy. And I think we mentioned, and we spoke about it earlier, the fact that he's managed to slow himself down when he gets in those attacking turns. You know, the amount of chances and
we're going to look at the clips now, actually, when Anthony Gordon on his first senior debut for England.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been impressive.
Yeah, he has. I thought he was fantastic. Him and Gareth Bowen in the second game. You see the amount of chances he created, the efforts he had on goal, his energy. I think his pace as well. That could be crucial when Gareth Southgate is thinking about his squad. You know, what he can bring off the bench. You know, and I think the energy and the enthusiasm, and like I say, the quality that he's now added to that, you know, this season has been you know, tremendous.
How has this transformation come about? Because I remember the first half of the season, I mean, people were questioning why did Newcastle pay so much money to Everton for this player who looks so erratic on the ball.
Yeah, you know, you saw the raw talent there, and what Eddie is very good at is developing players, you know, whether they're young, whether they're old. And I think, you know, getting them in the environment that like Newcastle's, that he can really learn to his craft and the professionalism it takes to play at the very highest level. And all credit to him, you know, ultimately he has to go out and produce, and he came back in pre-season the fittest player, the strongest player for us, and it just shows the mentality shift in him, and I think that's why he's had the season he's had this season.
It comes with game time as well. Like us as players, we want to play week in, week out, and the more you play, the more you get involved, you more get that energy, because he's one of them players as a striker we all know we would love to have on that wing, because he'll make efforts for us, produce the ball in areas where he'll go at defenders and get the ball crossed.
The key part of his game that he's really learned is getting into that 6-yard box. You talk about the goals that he's now adding. You know, previously he would be staying out, and now he's getting himself in positions where he can put the ball in the back of the net, and he's just so dangerous now, because he can go left and right. And like I say, that energy and all
it's not just the goal. I mean, the chances he's created as well, his carries, and how much that's been influential in Newcastle.
He brings the ball up for us so well. You know, and when we're under pressure, you know, he stretches the game and he carries the ball so well, and I think he's really dangerous when he does that. And like you say, it opens up so many other opportunities for the likes of the other midfielders, the strikers, to get goals, because of, you know, sometimes they have to double up on him, and I think that's, you know, that's a sign of a good player when he can, you know, make a team change the way they defend.
I mean, arguably one of Newcastle's best players this season, which kind of gives Gareth Southgate a big headache, because when you look at Gareth Bowen and his outing over the recent international break, his numbers for West Ham as that centre forward role as well, which is not his natural role, let's put it that way.
He hasn't. He's obviously taken up a role where he's not used to, but he's just taken it with open arms, and he's just really just seeing it, just watching his play now.
Against Belgium, this one.
Even it's that goal, and it was disallowed. He's been in so many good areas where he's goal-scoring opportunities, especially from a wide player. And going up there on your own, it's not easy, and he's done it, and he's scored goals doing it as well.
What I'm so impressed at, in tight spaces, he's control of the ball, the way he manoeuvres the ball, and gets his head up as well. I think for me, that's the bit that he's added to his game. You know, he's always a great player, but now he gets his head up and he can work in tight areas, which, you know, at an international level you have to be able to do, and that showcased in the game, in the last England game. You know, he was so unfortunate that that goal was disallowed, but those are the spots that he's getting into.
What was it like? 18 goals in all competitions for West Ham. What was that stat you were telling us?
I know, I was looking at the stats, this is wicked. It's one of them things, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this is a good or bad situation, because obviously I got 22 goals in one season, sort of. That was like 2005, 2006, and obviously now Bowen's equal with me, 14 Premier League goals for the season, which is fantastic. I don't want him to take it, but
no one's broken that 20 goal in all competitions, by the way.
He's doing so well, and I'm so pleased for him. I want him to score as many goals as possible. Obviously, if he's scoring, that means West Ham are doing well. So it's good to see. It's good to see.
So if you were Gareth Southgate, who would you take to the Euros? Is it Gordon? Is it Bowen? Because they're peaking at the right time at the moment.
Yeah, remember this conversation. It's a good problem. It's a good problem. And if I was Gareth, I would take both, because I think England at this moment in time need a different dynamic, and both of them can bring different different aspects to the game.
Because listen,
big time sitting on the fence.
Where does this leave Cole Palmer then?
Me personally, I think it's too early for Cole Palmer when you've got the caliber of players who we're talking about now and what they've been producing this season. For me, not just sitting on the fence, I would take both of them because just what they can bring to the strikers. And when you're going in a big tournament, you need to score goals, and they can create a lot of opportunities for goal scoring.
Cole's part has been spectacular. Let's not be honest, but I think you look at that midfielder, the likes of Foden, the likes of Maddison. There's so many talent to play in the roles that he plays. I think the one thing that Jerry Bowen and Anthony Gordon have is the pace, the way they can stretch the pitch. You're thinking about a tournament football, having that ability to come off the bench and do that for the team is priceless. And I think that will be in his thing.
When they change the game, change the dynamic of the game. When you need a goal, when you're struggling, they like you just said, they can come on or they can start and they can do things for strikers that I don't think other players in that team can do because they're quite direct. And sometimes you need that directness